Hi, Adam Degi.
Hi, good morning, Michelle.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I'm very excited. I like seeing when your name pops up.
I appreciate that.
I mean,
I wish more people felt that way.
I like seeing when your name pops up on videos because I follow you on TikTok.
Yeah.
I watch that. I like seeing when your name pops up when you're going to perform at some point, and you're going to be in Grand Rapids this weekend. So that's why we had to get you in here.
I'm here.
Because I love it. Adam Degi, of course, world-class comic.
That's what they call me.
It is world-class. You look good.
Thank you.
You got the Dr. Grins, the whole thing.
Yes, I'm a company man. I'm a bit of a sellout, but the gentleman who's actually also at the club this week, who's opening for me, his name's Carl Sobel. He's another local comic, very funny. His mom, Prince stuff, and she had these made a few years ago when we thought the club was going under. Remember when Grins
it closed for a minute
because they were going to sell the building, and then we said just kidding, and we reopened. So we had a farewell show, and all for nothing because the club is back now, which thank God, I'm glad it is, because I still get to headline once a year, and it's always nice to be home, get to sleep in your own bed, and family and friends come out.
Do they hit you up for free tickets though, the family? Or do they buy them? Do they buy them? They should buy them though to support you.
So now they should. That's the funny thing about being an entertainer, and you probably know.
Yep.
From being a radio personality, is the people that you should be, the most motivated to support.
Yeah.
Are instead the people who you're like, hey, can I get into this for free? Can I get tickets? The people probably hit you up for concerts and God knows what, and it's like, no, you should be more willing to give me your money than strangers who are famous.
This is a fundraiser.
Right,
That's
right.
what they'll go, can we get in free? I go, kids are, it's for kids. What?
So it's like,
sure.
Yeah. Will I get my mom a table? Yes. I get some comps. I'm going to get my mother and family a table and stuff. But yeah, people who are just, friends of friends, or I've met once or twice will say, hey, get me free tickets to this. And no, you should support me. Nobody knows who I am except for you. Like I need the support. Matt Rife doesn't need the support. He's got a much nicer jawline and he has hair.
Right.
I need the support.
And if I do get you tickets, and even if I don't, you better laugh out loud.
Exactly.
You need
at the very least, which I'd like to think people do, but I've also I've had a lot of people with arms crossed, and then after the show they're like, I loved it. Did you?
Right. Funny, there was no.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is being in radio and working with 1,000 knuckleheads. The courtesy laugh. I'm really good at a courtesy laugh, so I can do like that. Might have been yours. That might have been a borderline courtesy laugh. What you just did.
No, that was
funny.
That was genuine, because I can imagine that you have to develop that over years.
Yep. I've changed it because they've caught on to it. Like, ha ha ha. That's courtesy. When I go up, that's a courtesy.
Well, at least you only have to fake it for the people that are here. And then the people listening, it's probably more believable because they can't actually see you.
Or they're saying, why did she laugh at that?
If you did like
stupid.
local television or something, those people have probably really developed.
Yeah. It's on you're right. It's on your face. So how is you're a dad now? I've talked to you since you've been a dad, but now he's like now he talks with you. Not at you. It's not dad. It's
too much. He says things he shouldn't say.
Because he's probably smart. These kids are so intelligent. So
he is. And listen, everybody's biased. Everybody thinks their kids are smart, right? I think all parents have the conversation. Like, no, I think
mine's gifted.
He's very, he's special. I'd like to think my kid is smarter than the average 3.5-year-old, but we were watching the Lions Cowboys game last year, and this is the game that their best defensive player got hurt, was out for the year.
Hutchinson broke his leg.
Yes,
right?
Hutchinson snapped his leg in half. But the Cowboys, in the beginning of the game, before we knew the Lions were going to win, the Cowboys caught a pass across the middle, and my son out loud says, "What the F are you doing?" And my wife and I looked at each other like we held back laughter, and then we were like, "You can't say that." And immediately I was like, oh my God, this is from me screaming at the television.
Did he say F or did he say the word?
No, he said the real word. Yeah. I'm not censoring myself when I watch football. Why would he? You know?
It was correctly used, though. So
yes,
you can't
no,
be
he
mad.
did. He did use it in a moment where it makes total sense. The other team, got a first down, and he gets it. He's smart enough to understand. We don't want that to happen, but yeah, I've got to censor myself better.
Reel it in.
Watching live sports. And that was all me, but he's into it. He's into football already, which is cool. I've indoctrinated him into being a Lions fan, so that's a thing. But
good. Yeah,
this time of year though I think myself, my wife, and we all love the fall. Last night was like weather-wise, like it was one of the first nights you could open the windows, turn the AC off, gets a little cold in the house, and really enjoy that warm cup of coffee in the morning because you got the cold air coming through. I love it. This time of year for me I don't have a good relationship with the sun.
No, well, the sun has dicked you over. Let's just get that out. It's dicked
me over multiple times, it's a double-edged sword because you need the sun. We all the sunlight, natural sunlight, alters your mood in a good way. That's scientifically proven. We need the sun. Without the sun, the world wouldn't exist. And wildlife. But having said that, me and the sun, we don't get along. So I'm throughout the summer, I'm looking for the shade. I'm very much a vampire. And then fall comes around, football starts, the weather is cooler, a little less sun, leaves are falling. I love it. Can't get enough.
Perfect. Yeah, I left the windows open last night. Sirens.
That's great, isn't it?
But sirens, I live in the north end of the city, were so loud that the dogs started howling. And then I thought, not my dog, somebody else's dogs out in the world. Then I thought, are there coyotes in the neighborhood? Like, it was the weirdest thing. But the first night, and that's how.
In a weird way, though, when I hear, you're not getting sirens in a lot of, sounds like you would in a bigger city. Grand Rapids isn't tiny, but it's also not Chicago.
Right.
But yeah, there's a weird comfort that sets in. When I hear trains specifically, I don't know why.
Completely comforting.
Yeah.
Off in the distance. I hear them all the time.
Sound of a train, I'm like, oh.
Same.
I'm home.
Somebody's on the going.
I'm kind of in civilization because I've been to enough small towns.
Oh, yeah.
Where, you'd be lucky if you get a McDonald's. They all have dollar stores for sure. But like
several.
It's like, oh, this could be nice for a night, but I could never live here. There's trains in small towns too, but you get what I'm saying.
Let's talk about their steam engine trains.
Yes,
small.
Right.
Well, let's talk about this for a minute. The smallest town, because you travel, that's your deal. You travel and you're a comic and you're traveling. Yeah. You're making a living, being a comic, traveling the world. What, like when you say tiny town, like smallest, does small town mean small crowd or back-ass word crowd?
Let's be honest. Small town typically means it's going to be predominantly white.
Okay.
There's going to be things I know I probably won't talk about just because I don't know how they'll react. But sometimes that motivates me to talk about it because I'm like, I want to test these people. I want to see how these people react.
Conservative, not conservative.
And selfishly, I get bored with my act. I do write consistently and all the time for my own sanity. I try to switch it up, but I also want to challenge myself. And I don't want to always pander or cater to whichever audience it is, wherever they are. So I do want to talk about things that maybe I think they'll be weird about in the beginning, but then I think there's a payoff in the end because I try to get a big laugh and I try to bring people together. And
I would think you poke the bear. You like to poke the bear.
I do love to
just a skosh.
I definitely do. I do it on the internet and I try to do it live
as many times as I possibly can.
So yeah, I have to. I don't know how I know there's some comics who are that they are, trying every day, making a conscious decision not to do that because they don't want to split the audience and they're very vanilla or at the very least are just not talking about certain subjects. But I'm the opposite.
You do it. You get in there.
It's the only way I can do it.
Now, you know what? What amazes me is tiny towns like Poughkeepsie and the tiniest town that they have a comedy club in them. Mm-hmm. Like that makes me happy.
Or a lot of these towns will have
a bowling alley.
A bowling alley with a one-nighter or a local hole-in-the-wall bar. And, I've learned to really appreciate those venues because, a lot of those small towns, that's probably the only live entertainment they get.
They're not getting
Maybe
Broadway shows.
Occasionally we'll get some live music, but yeah, for stand-up specifically, they've probably got to drive. Like I was just in St. Paul, Minnesota in the Twin Cities at a club and a couple drove like 3 hours from Wisconsin. They always come out to the club. So, not everybody, even in Grand Rapids, like I said, not Chicago, but it's a big enough city where you can't take those things for granted. You have live entertainment all the time. So not everybody gets that. Do
you find that you, I'd be willing to bet that you're good with the crowd. I mean, I know that you're good with the crowd.
I am, yes. And again, that comes from me being bored. I think me being bored, as well as I just have severe ADHD that's not medicated, and I know
and you're quick.
I can't if something happens off, in the moment, whether it's a heckle or a waitress drops a thing of drinks, whatever happens, I have to address it. I can't ignore it because of the ADHD. And I think I am quick enough on my feet where I can improvise pretty quickly. And it's a skill I've developed over a lot of years doing this. So yeah, I definitely mess with the audience. And I like to leave a show feeling like, oh, that was unique. A lot of that was in the moment. And these people got something that maybe the next audience won't get. So that's cool.
Like a one-off. Do you ever start it though? Do you ever start and go, dude, are you guys
all the time
dating?
I address, like if somebody is wearing something out of the ordinary or has a unique laugh or says something ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I do initiate it, and sometimes I regret it later because I've always had a real difficult time sticking to a script as far as a set list, which I really have to get my stuff together, both for Grins, because I'm working on an hour for a special taping I have in November, and I really have to get this 60 minutes down word for word, and I have to stick to a script, which is very hard for me to do. So it's going to be a challenge. You're the same way?
Oh my God. Yeah. Please don't give me facts.
No.
Please just let me BS my way through it. Don't give me facts. Don't tell me what, or if they're facts, bullet point them for me, and I'll try and get the real stuff in. But I can't, same with you. Don't give me a script. Like when I do these charity things, they'll go, oh, we'll send you a script. It's good. Yeah, I'll just give it to me the day of.
I'll just wing it.
I can't.
And there's something to be said about, I think people appreciate things that are organic.
Yeah.
And because there is some comics, and I'm sure radio people who will host things, and it does seem way too much like they're just reading from a script word for word. And it's just,
I don't want to, I have a hard time memorizing.
Oh, same. I'm so bad at it. And I've even downloaded apps and stuff.
No,
and there is a specific ADHD app that it's called Livin' or something. Which
you don't even know what it is.
It's a scam because they know people like me will download it and then never do anything with it.
Pay for it, never do anything, and then never get a refund.
That's exactly what I did. I paid for it probably a month and a half ago, and I haven't even opened it.
Oh my God.
Of course I'm going to procrastinate and not do it. This is my MO.
That's me too. Let me tell you this. Last time you took a test on something.
It's been a really long time. I mean, a couple like online things that I did for fun, but
I had to take a test for a certificate. I started let me tell you when I started. I started in April. You was only supposed to take it 4 times. I took it 7. The 7th time I just 2 weeks ago passed it, and it's 100 questions, and I had to take it 7. I haven't taken a test and studied, and it's stuff that I had to know and then forget.
I can only imagine. That's just a different part of your brain where if you don't use it,
No, it's like memorizing. I can't memorize. I don't know.
Yeah. Cue cards help for me when I'm trying to memorize a set.
Yeah.
Because the more I write things, I think the more I write them, the easier it is for me to remember. So I'll rewrite a lot of things when I am trying to memorize stuff, and then I'll even have them on stage. But even then, man, some people read it a couple times and they've got it.
No, last time I talked to you, you changed up quite a bit because you're a dad now. So that changes everything. You're you've been married for a minute now.
I have.
So that's changed, a little bit of your show. And that was a year ago. What now in this year has changed?
Gosh,
other than your kid drops the F-bomb now.
Yeah, my son is just...
Kid's been in jail, but other than that...
Profanity-laced rants in the basement.
He's in a gang. Other than that...
he's a little older. I think we want to have a second child. I don't think, I know. So I talk about that a little bit. That's going to change the game. And yeah, just your kid getting older and it going by so fast, all the cliche things.
Yeah.
But I talk about my health a lot. I talk about,
if you don't know, you had cancer. You dealt with cancer for a few years.
Yeah. So I have to 6 years exactly. So we're still doing. That's always going to be in the back of my mind. That's always going to be a thing that I'll have to acknowledge and talk about. And I don't want it to define me. I don't want to just know me as the
cancer comic.
Right? That's not even original.
There've been other cancer.
There's been multiple, so it's can't really use that to my advantage like I'd like to, but. Yes, a lot of family stuff. I do talk a little bit about the political climate. I try to play both sides, and I try to be closer to the middle or on the fence about it. But I think you can read between the lines and kind of understand where I stand on most things. But I mean, it's right there. It's like all of us doom scroll every day, where it's like it's going to be in your feed. So it's almost weird that you're not at least addressing some of it, right? It's like and I know. Like Dave Dyer, who's also he's my best comic friend. He's my comic dad. Yep. He's got the opposite mentality. He thinks comedy should strictly be an escape from that kind of stuff, which I agree with to a certain extent. And I'm also silly. I like to think I have a little something for everybody.
Think you laugh at everything.
But I also like to push the envelope and make people laugh about stuff that they maybe normally wouldn't. Like cancer and politics and all kinds of subject matter.
My dad died in April, and it's a good run. He was 92. It was a good run.
Oh, wow.
He cracked a joke. He cracked a joke right before he died. I mean, cracked a joke, lay down and died. That's it's funny because I
want to go out like that.
Right. It was my dad was very funny. And my mom, she came, she had a brain injury, and we didn't tell her that he had passed. So we said, he's still living. So she could. But, I mean, this is the calamity that is our family, and my dad, it was funny because he said, Lars, my smart aleck kid. Because my dad was throwing up into this thing that looked like a condom. So Vinny made a joke. Wow. And so he said, that's my smart ass kid. And they lay down. And I wasn't there. And the good son, Joe, was there. And so my dad could die. It was a whole thing. But if you can't laugh about stuff like that, I mean, and our president's wearing a hat that said I was right about everything. If you can't, or whatever it says.
I have to.
Yes.
I don't know how anybody. I want to believe those people don't exist who can only take life so seriously.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't try to find humor in everything. But I think those people definitely do exist. They've got to be really great at parties. But I don't understand how anybody would do that. Especially, whether everybody's going to experience loss and grief. Yeah. Everybody at least knows somebody who's had cancer and had to go through that and all these difficult things. So you have to go through life with a dark sense of humor at some point. Otherwise, I don't know how you're doing it.
We got in a laugh jag at the 21 gun salute at my dad's funeral. We just started laughing. That's right. Right. Oh my God. And he wanted kielbasa and the 21 gun salute. He's a Polish. That's what he wanted at his funeral. It was ridiculous. So tell us about the special you have coming up. What is this? What's happening?
So, I do want to make it a point to promote Grins. That's happening this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. 1 show Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. I got to show love to my home club, and I don't want them to get mad at me. But yes, I'm taping a special in November at the Pyramid Scheme.
Okay.
I've waited almost 2 decades to do this. I'm going to put my best 60 down. It's going to be a lot of new, some old classics. An hour. Yeah, that's kind of the norm for a comedy special is an hour. So.
And then what will you do with this? We'll put on YouTube? What will we do?
Yes. In the very beginning, I'm essentially what's happening now in comedy is if you're not famous, you're probably not going to be on Netflix. So you pay somebody professionally to record, video of a 60-minute set. You put it on YouTube, you promote it, you hope people watch it, you cut it up into clips for social media because that's where everything goes now. You put them into smaller clips for social media. You hope each one of those gets traction. And then the dream is that, a platform will pick it up, whether it's, Netflix, probably not. But there's several that are smaller, to just, for me, it's not like I'm not trying to make money with this thing or get famous. I just want the more people that can watch my comedy, the better. So
I love that.
I just want people to watch it and laugh and think I'm funny. So
I'm here.
That's the goal. And it's also just, you want something documented and you could say, I did this, I've had a couple
That's amazing.
albums, but this will be the first, taping video wise.
Will you sell tickets to that?
And it's also an excuse to move on from old material.
Yeah.
So, yes. So I'm selling tickets. They're available now at
where can we get them?
AdamDegiComedy.com. You can also get them at PyramidSchemeBar.com. But I've got 2 shows. One is at 7:30. The other one, I believe, is at 9:45 or 10.
Wow.
Do an hour each. You want to do 2 shows for a taping, just in case things don't go well. The first show, you have that second show.
Okay.
As a kind of a safe thing to do. It just makes sense, and then you added them together. While you're 2 shows. Pyramid Scheme, November 14th. It's a Friday. It's before the holidays. You can come out and have a good time. Get a sitter if you got kids. It's going to be fun.
We'll put all the or don't get a sitter. Did you hear about those people?
Bring the kids. Yeah,
they left their kid at the airport. His passport didn't work. He was 10 years old, so they just went on their trip. Had somebody come and pick him.
What?
Yeah, it's a story. It's a story.
Wow, good for those parents.
Yeah, we'll have all the details on how you can get these tickets above or below this podcast. And I started laughing in the middle of what you were saying. It just hit me. Your merch just hit me while you're giving away sunscreen. That's very funny.
In the beginning, you're just like, why is he selling
I know.
sunblock?
I thought it was great. I smelled it. And
it's the skin
because of the skin cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wear your block, people.
Oh, my God. All right, Adam.
Wear your sunblock.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks so much for having me, Michelle.
Oh, my God. I love it. Come back when you come. Well, you live here.
I'll hit you back in November. Maybe I can swing by again.
Right before it.
I love it.
Right before. Let's sell it.
Let's
get that thing done.
Dr. Grins this weekend, though, people. Carl Sobel's the feature. Garrett Elsinga's the host. Grins is great. Come out, support.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.